Then go to water. No, earth, air, water, and then fire. So starting with the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What is good for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Nice. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you're dealing with. Alrighty. Earth signs, overall energy, we have number 30, Garden and the Gate. And it's pertaining to number 13, wealthy man. It could be that you're coming across a wealthy man. You could be the wealthy man. But Garden and the Gate energy is kind of timid, shy. It's like not wanting to leave your comfort zone, a little bit unsure. We do have the Knight of Swords. This is the fastest moving knight in the deck. This is clarity, truth, honesty, communication coming through. We do have the Nine of Swords, which feels like you're kind of stuck up in your own headspace, overthinking, overanalyzing. And then we have the Eight of Swords. Wow. It just feels like whatever communication you're receiving has really got your head spinning. And it's pertaining to this wealthy man. For some of you, this could be, I mean, it doesn't have to be love. It could be a job opportunity or something to that extent. I heard fast talker, but then we have the Death card. So the Death card is all about transmutation, Capricorn energy. We are going to clarify, of course. Let me make sure I've got my clarifying cards out. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have a woman holding a coin. Well, that's interesting because that to me is your energy. In your underlying, it feels like you're strong in your own energy. And it's pertaining to number 17, a gift. So there is definitely something coming through for you. We have the Four of Wands. So that could be a union, a celebration. It also talks about walking your templed path. I feel like there is definitely an opportunity here. I'm just curious if it is pertaining to this wealthy man because clearly you're up in your headspace about it. Hello. So let's clarify. What is this Knight of Swords? Earth signs have a tendency to kind of not necessarily jump on opportunities. They like to feel them out forever to just make sure everything is kind of like 100% set. The Knight of Swords is being clarified by the Star card. This definitely feels like a wish fulfillment, also a need to have faith in the future. With the Four of Swords, it feels like meditation, clarity, truth, receiving guidance and downloads. And then we have the Hermit card, Virgo energy. I feel like you literally need to consult your inner spirit, your higher self. With the 10 of Wands, there's a need for you to drop the baggage. Whatever has got you overthinking or overanalyzing. I know earth signs like to move very slowly and make sure everything is really put in place. But I feel like this is an opportunity that you truly need to jump on because it feels like it's definitely on your path, as well as a gift, like the underlying is saying. So you are all up in your head space, overthinking, overanalyzing, sleepless nights possibly. With the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like whoever this wealthy man is offering you some kind of tangible opportunity. It could be that there's fear pertaining to a romantic situation. Maybe they're wanting it and you don't, or you're wanting it and they don't. I feel like you've been waiting a long time for this opportunity. What is the the Eight of Swords? Well, there you are. We have manifesting Gemini, Virgo energy, the Queen of Pentacles. That's your energy. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You're also in the underlying energy, unless it's this wealthy person coming in, but this is something that you created or manifested. With the Seven of Cups, it almost feels like maybe there's a lot of different opportunities, or you're afraid if you jump on this, you might miss something. But with the Three of Cups, I feel like it's about celebration, joy, happiness. You shouldn't be overthinking and overanalyzing this opportunity. I feel like this is definitely something that is meant for you, something that you manifested. Yeah, it's a soulmate. Now, soulmates don't have to be lovers. They can definitely be. In this case, most likely it is. But they don't have to be. Soulmates are just people who are meant to come into our lives at a specific time to walk a path with us. Sometimes they walk our whole lives. Sometimes it's just a season. We have the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or excuse me. Yeah, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Anyway, Ace of Swords is clarity, truth. It's a new way of you thinking. So all of this time you've spent up in your head space, weighing the pros and cons, fear, stress, anxiety, you're going to transmute all of that and have clarity and truth with that Four of Wands. That's the Union card in your underlying energy. And then we have a World card, which means that you're ending this old cycle of overthinking, overanalyzing. Where's my other deck? What is the Four of Wands? Yeah. Four of Wands is being clarified by the Emperor card. Aries energy specifically. The Sun card, the happiest card in the deck, and the Three of Cups. The Sun card is Leo energy. This is you. You could be given the opportunity to level up, to boss up, to become a boss. Maybe that's where the stress and fear is coming from. It could also be that, if anything, it's asking you to take a leadership role in your own life. But inevitably, you could be becoming a leader in other people's lives as well. With the Sun card, the happiest card in the deck, joy, happiness, success, abundance, creativity. And the Three of Cups, again, is a time of celebration. That's the gift. You're being offered this gift, and it's bringing balance into your life, Libra energy. So I understand in true Earth style fashion, there's some timid shyness, but I feel like this is a financially prosperous opportunity. I feel like there's a need for you to end an old cycle of overthinking, overanalyzing, worst case scenario, because this feels good. So your timing card, number 40, timing is pushed back due to blockages. What's your blockages? All the sword energy, all the overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, stress, anxiety. So, I mean, it's okay to kind of look into things, but just don't sit on a good thing. Right? Don't sit on a good thing, Earth signs. Okay. I'm going to shuffle and read the chat. And then we'll move on to air energy. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Don't forget to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Hey, I just remember what day of the week it was. It's Wednesday, yeah? Yes, indeed it is. All right. The mid-month check-ins are going to be out tomorrow for everybody. on to the air signs. Ew, excuse me. Air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. What is good for the air signs? I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates. I'm going to sneeze again. Ew, excuse me. And leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And or cross watch for people that you are dealing with. All right, air signs. Ooh, I didn't realize there was another card there. Oh, I feel like I might have to sneeze again. Anyways, overall energy for this reading, air signs, is number 27, walking away. And it's pertaining to number 9, change. So you're finally moving out, maybe of an old energy, of a home, a city, a town, a job. This is the energy of shifting and changing, moving on. We have the Strength card, Leo energy. This is all about being in your power, which is a beautiful energy. You're in your power. With the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior energy. It's an energy of a lot of baggage and extra that you've been carrying around for far too long. Energy that you've made a choice to identify with from experiences that you've had, which in reality, experiences are meant for us to just that, experience them and then move on to the next experience, as opposed to, excuse me, holding on to them and identifying with them and keeping them in our little memory banks. With the Moon card, I feel like Pisces energy, there's a need for you to move through fear. Also, there could be hidden wounds coming up for you to clear out. I will say that the only way out is through, but it feels like you are in your power and able, very much capable of facing any of this in order to move on to the Star, Aquarius energy, wish fulfillment, and also having faith in the future. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 41, 7th chakra archangel Uriel, and it's pertaining to number 20, house. So this is connection, intuition, and inspiration. It's your connection to your higher source as well. When it comes to house, I always feel like it's pertaining to the mind, the different aspects of the mind, clearing the mind out. Makes me think of like spring cleaning, but mentally. So all of those hidden deep things that we've been holding on to, it's time to bring them to the surface, to clear them out in order for what? To come to the sun. So the sun is the happiest card in the deck. It is joy, happiness, success, abundance, prosperity, and creativity. I feel like whatever shift and change that you're making, it's also an internal job. So air signs, let's clarify. What is the Strength card? You could have been dealing with a lot of drama. Nice. So again, strength is all about being in your personal power, taking your power back from people, places, and situations. With the 5 of Wands, I feel like at some point, maybe you were giving too much to other people, as well as very chaotic, dramatic situations. With the Hierophant, it could have been something, Taurus energy, by the way. It could have been a higher level of commitment that was taking place in, but I feel like you've shifted that energy and committed to yourself, to changing this old cycle. The World card, you're definitely leaving an old cycle. The World is Aquarius, Capricorn energy, and you're going to have nothing but the Chariot, victory, success, forward momentum, Cancer energy. What is this 9 of Wands? Interesting. So The Nine of Wands is being clarified by the Seven of Wands. That is the Seven of Wands is an energy of kind of being standoffish, um, maybe a bit hostile, feeling the need to protect yourself from everything, people, places, situations. I feel as though with the Nine of Wands after that, it was almost as if you were attempting to, it feels like a stuffing down energy, or prevent yourself from feeling or from dealing with certain past situations that you've held on to. But the only way out is through. You can't buck against the current and hope it goes away. It doesn't work that way. But I feel as though you're hitting a breaking point. This could pertain to soulmate connections. I feel like more than anything, this was standing in the way from soulmate connections, the lovers, Gemini energy, and your sun, your happiness. This defensive energy and lack of pushing through or moving through, I feel like was preventing you from enjoying certain aspects that were meant to come in for you. I will say that a lot of you probably had a soulmate connection, could have been that higher level of commitment that was tied to a wound. In order for you to, a lot of times soulmates will come in order for us to get triggered. And when we get triggered, we're aware that something is within us that needs to be dealt with. What is the Moon card? Okay. We have the Strength card again, Leo energy. I feel like this is where not only is the Moon intuition, higher guidance, but it also talks about, again, pushing through your fears, hidden secrets coming to light. And I feel like you're gaining your strength, your power back, and turning your back on what was, waiting for your ships to come in. There's just this energy of being unwilling or unable to make a choice or a decision, kind of fear, stuck in that energy. Inevitably, though, you take the Fool card. You take that leap of faith, that walking away energy. I feel like it's just finally done. You've hit your breaking point, and the Fool, Aquarius, Aries energy, you're taking a leap of faith in a new direction. For some of you, you're literally running, running in a new direction. The Star card. I feel like this has been a really long road. Yeah, long, slow road. So the Star is being clarified by the Six of Wands. This is recognition. For some of you, it could be a small level of fame. Maybe this is what your wish fulfillment is, but it's also receiving like a raise or a promotion. With the Moon card, again, I feel like at this point you're following your intuition. I feel like you're moving through whatever fear you have tied to this. For some of you, there could have been a past life, let's say, where you were booed off stage. And so you've had this stage fright this whole lifetime. You're pushing through that fear. That's just an example. You're moving through that towards the Three of Pentacles. Not only are you working well with others, but you're really tapping into your creative juices, things that make you flow and get passion and excited about. With the Knight of Pentacles, like I said, I feel like this is an opportunity that has been long awaited for. It has taken a long time to get to this point. It is a slow burn, but inevitably you are here. I also feel like you could, again, have heightened spiritual gifts popping off right now, like heightened intuition, an unexplainable clarity or truth that's coming in. So the Sun card and the underlying, we have the Five of Swords. I feel like whatever conflict, argument, fighting that you may have dealt with in the past, whether it was internally and or external, probably both, you're done with that. It's a time for celebration with the Three of Cups. You're celebrating what? Not only have you taken your power back, the King of Swords, I feel like that is your energy, but you've finally moved through an old cycle. You have the World card twice. That is the completion of a cycle. So with it coming out twice, it feels like this is a really big event, Capricorn, Aquarius energy. And again, for a lot of you, it could be that you're physically moving somewhere else. But if not moving physically, like from your home or countries, definitely in other aspects of your life, business, career, relationships, all of that. Your overall timing card is number 42. It's the wrong time. I feel like, as far as it being the wrong time, I feel like everything is happening in divine timing. So there is a need to be patient, although I feel as though you've been patient for quite some time. Everything happens when we have actually moved through all that is blocking us. All right, I'm going to shuffle and we will move on to the water signs. I will read the chat. I never read the chat while I'm in the middle of doing a reading. It's too distracting. These are children's playing cards. And if you want me to do, I offer personal readings. If that's something you're interested in, you can find the information in the description box. Second, if you have a specific question, it is a $5 minimum super chat. And frankly, we are all energy, and that's what I'm reading. I'm reading energy, not children's playing cards. The cards are a tool, just like a pen is a tool to write down the thoughts. It's just a tool. This is probably the quickest one. Last deck. Okay. Water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What's the good stuff coming to you? What is good? I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay. Water signs, overall energy, number 29, the world. Okay, so the world is a new cycle beginning, of course. This also feels very much like you could be engaging in something pertaining to like the World Wide Web, something of that nature. But it almost feels like the world is watching. It's pertaining to number 38, toil and labor. I feel like there's definitely a cycle ending pertaining to your work, what you put your energy and effort into. And I feel like you're aware of it ending. You're in the energy of desiring it to end. It should be a time of celebration. There's expansion taking place on some level. We have the Chariot card, Cancer energy. That's victory, success, and forward momentum. We do have the Three of Swords. There could be some kind of heartbreak or bittersweet energy. And then we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. Interesting. We have victory, success, forward momentum, some kind of heartbreak or bittersweet energy pertaining to a soulmate connection. I find that very interesting. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 9, broken heart. Well, that would be that Three of Swords. However, when it comes to the energy cards, broken heart talks about it healing. You're in the process of healing. And ooh, interesting. It's pertaining to number 7, message. You've got a lot of interesting energy here because we've got heartbreaking or broken heart pertaining to a message that you're receiving. And then we have the 9 of Cups, which the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment, emotional sovereignty. Interesting. I cannot wait to clarify. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, we also have you in your full energy, the King of Cups. So let's clarify. I'm curious. Something could feel foreign to you. I don't know. Okay. Chariot card, victory, success, and forward momentum. We have the 5 of Wands. Feels like your energy could have been scattered for some time. It definitely feels like toil and labor. Could have been a lot of drama or chaos that you were working with. We have the 6 of Pentacles. That is balance. It also talks about receiving some form of a windfall, maybe a loan coming through. And then we have the Devil card, Capricorn energy. Interesting, because it feels like you've been trying to balance between an energy, 2 energies, kind of energetic chaos, and devil energy, which is shadow energy. It feels very much like you're winning through whatever this is. Maybe that's what you're dealing with through toil and labor. A feeling of shadow energy is like addictive behavior. Maybe you're trying to stay above board when it comes to some kind of addiction. Interesting. It's victory and success. So I feel like at some point you went through a lot of drama, chaos, energy leak. There could have been a time where you felt like you were needing to borrow money or just not feeling independently wealthy on any level. And then with the Devil card, it feels maybe you went through a dark night of the soul, or you were feeling very stuck, stagnant, and bound. But with the Chariot card, you're pushing through all of that. What's the 3 of Swords? That's nice. The 3 of Swords is tied to taking a leap of faith, a new beginning. So again, it feels more like bittersweet. Whatever you're leaving behind feels like it's heartbreaking, because we have the 5 of Cups, but let's not stay focused on that because you still have opportunities. Clearly, I feel like you're moving away from whatever that energy was, whatever you were holding on to. Or it feels very fleeting, like it's bittersweet, but I'm still going. I'm still taking that leap of faith in that new direction, starting a new cycle. With the Hermit card, I feel like you've already taken the time to go within to figure out what you're passionate about, what drives you, what your wish fulfillment is. Virgo energy on that. This is definitely life-changing. It may not even be your heartbreak. It could be somebody else's that you've moved away from. But I will tell you that the Sun is on the other side, which is the happiest card of the deck. So we have Scorpio, Aries energy, and the Leo energy. This is major life-changing, sudden, seemingly out of nowhere. Things are just going to change. There is going to be some kind of, if it's not even a heartbreak, like just thoughts of, like I said, bittersweet, like, oh gosh, it kind of sucks, but I'm doing it anyway. Because you want your Sun, the happiest card in the deck. Joy, happiness, abundance, creativity. What is the Lovers card? You could be dealing with a Libra, have that in your chart specifically, but it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I will say that this also is the energy of somebody who is very focused. They also have the energy of being able to cut out people, places, and situations that don't serve them. It's the energy of clarity and truth. I will say that you could be embodying that energy, but I feel like that is a soulmate coming in for you. Could be a soulmate that you're leaving behind. Take it how it resonates. We have the Four of Swords. This is all about healing and rest, rejuvenation, receiving intuition, guidance, downloads. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Long-term stability, financial stability, of course. Interesting. This soulmate connection feels like it's leading to something long-term, or that it led to something long-term. Also very healing. The ability to tap into your higher faculties, spiritual side, definitely. I don't know if that's what we're leaving behind. We will clarify more on that if it doesn't become apparent. In the underlying, because we do have that heartbreaking energy. So I will say that the Queen of Swords also sometimes signifies the single mom, and the Nine of Cups does sometimes signify being single. So it could be that this is a romantic situation that you are having to release or let go of. But what is the Nine of Cups in the underlying? Huh. Well, heartbreaking message. We have the Devil, Capricorn energy, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Again, we've got the Devil coming out twice, and it's somehow tied to the emotional sovereignty. The heartbreaking message, I'm curious to know if, again, there's some kind of shadow energy here. Could be just a Capricorn that you're dealing with, but it feels almost like there's some kind of tie or bind to, for some of you, okay, let me see if I can explain this. The Lovers card is very identical to the Devil card. The difference is that the Lovers is light, joy, happiness, and the Devil card is the same. Let me see if I can find it in this deck. It's in the middle, yeah? I just want to show you for reference. There it is. Okay. We have the Lovers card. They're not bound together. There's two people and an angel. Then we have the Devil card, which I've got to keep my finger across it. You've got your two people, but this time they're chained. And instead of there being an angel, it's the Devil. To me, it almost feels like there could have been some kind of a... Sometimes soulmates will come together. I mean, always. You attract in people who are aligned with your energy. And there are times when both of your energies are in the shadow, right? In the shadow elements. Therefore, it's going to be chaos, arguing, fighting, clinginess. It could be jealousy, rage, could be addictive behaviors, but you're doing them together because we pull people in on the energy that we are on. We match energies. And then some of us will move out of an old cycle into a new cycle, and we're no longer in that energy. Sometimes those people will shift with us. Sometimes they don't. It feels as though there's a major shift and change that's taken place. Now, I don't know if this was a breakup or is a breakup that's taking place. There is a chance that you all could come back together, but I feel like that there's some kind of a bond, a very strong pull, magnetic pull to this person. And frankly, I don't know if they're the ones in that energy or you are. Only you're going to know that. But I feel as though in the underlying, this wish fulfillment, this emotional sovereignty, I feel like you planted seeds with this person. And with the Knight of Wands, you're moving passionately towards this energy. It feels like a magnetic pull. I find this just so intriguing. I don't need to clarify you because you're the King of Cups, but I definitely want to clarify. I want to know what's the Devil energy? So there's some form of rejection or feeling of being rejected. It could pertain to mainly passion, not a whole lot of love. In fact, I don't really see any cups here at all, except for the 9 of Cups. This could involve passion, strictly passion with this person. It also could be that there's just certain extras that you're carrying around from past situations that really don't benefit you. Either way, I feel like you're definitely moving through whatever this is. You could have a new soulmate connection coming in. Normally you do if you release an old one. I definitely feel like you're releasing old energies, which is beautiful. Victory, success. I just feel like there's going to be some kind of baggage or bittersweet energy that's attached to this shift and change. You've put forth a lot of work, energy, and effort, and you are finally moving out of an old cycle. That's the good stuff. You have wish fulfillment and emotional sovereignty, and you've taken your energy and power back. Water signs, give it time. It's in the works. Give it time. It's in the works. All right, I'm going to shuffle and move on to the fire signs. I feel like this is really quick, short and sweet, and to the point. Don't forget to hit the like button. And the mid-months will be out for non-group members on tomorrow. The group members have already received it. Extended group members. And the gratitude group members have already got theirs yesterday, right? I think it was yesterday. Interesting. I think they're different sizes. Okay. Last deck. And then we will move on to the fire signs. And that will conclude, unless there's any super chat questions, which I do not see any. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. What is good for Aries, Leo, Sag? What is good? Aries, Leo, Sag. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Well, interesting. I'm asking what's good, and so far I'm not sure. I'm not sure about what we're getting here. Okay. Fire signs, overall energy is number 30, Garden and the Gate. So the Garden and the Gate energy is it's an energy of desiring to expand or explore or grow, shift, right? But you've built your own little cocoon, your little nest, and it's like this energy of, I'm comfortable. even if it's chaotic, I'm comfortable. There's a fear behind it. A fear of expansion, change, growth, what ifs, you know, and we have message in the reverse, which tells me that it's almost like you're attempting to receive something before it happens. And in the world of, well, in my world anyway, in the world of manifestation and creation, you must feel before you receive. You must feel as if you already have it. Like you're not feeling confident. You must feel confident before it starts reflecting in the 3D. Because this is all just a movie. The 3D is like the screen, right? So it's almost like you're waiting for a message or a sign or something. You're waiting on something to come in before you take that leap of faith in your life. But we have the Lovers in the reverse. So frankly, it's not that. This is not a soulmate connection. I feel like maybe that's what it is that you're waiting for. You're waiting for confirmation, or you're waiting for another person or something to come in before you do this. And we have the 8 of Swords, which you're in your own self-imposed prison, overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, doubt, scarcity kind of energy. And then we have the 9 of Swords, sleepless nights. I mean, I wonder if you have Earth in your chart, because I feel like the Earth signs, was it Earth? I think it was Earth that got a lot of Swords energy. But this is all fear-based. It is you staying stuck and trapped, even if you're not happy, in essence, like, yeah, I would love to have X, Y, and Z, but you're stuck in this little garden, in this little cocoon that you've made. Look at all the opportunities, anything's possible out there, and you're refusing to move because of fear, doubt, and scarcity keeps popping in. So that could be a part of it. We have in the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface, number 39, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. And that is pertaining to number 4, courtship. So we're talking about self-expression and speaking your truth pertaining to a courtship. This is what's happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is akin to, it's like the minor arcana of the World card. It's putting things in the past and moving forward with passion into the great unknown. With the 3 of Cups, that's all about celebration. It's a time to celebrate. It feels like you could be even coming into many more, well, I heard friend groups, but like new soul tribe members. And then we have the Strength card. Leo energy. This is taking your power back, because right now I feel like you're incredibly powerless. I feel like whether this is a soulmate connection or not, the underlying energy feels like there is some truth, some desire pertaining to this courtship to move forward. Or maybe it's that you need to speak your truth and leave the courtship behind. Either way, we're going to clarify. This definitely doesn't feel like what it is that you're waiting for. However, if we continue to wait for something to show up, we're never going to live our life. Because only for something to show up, you must be in the energy of already having it. So if you're looking for love, you must already be in that energy of feeling the love that you're desiring overwhelmingly, giving it to your own self. When you're looking for something, it means that you don't have it. Therefore, you're lacking it. And that energy of lack that you're putting out there is going to do what? Give you more lack, more of not having it. So what is this Lovers in the reverse for the fire signs? I don't know where that card just flew off to. There it is. Okay, Lovers in the reverse, the Tower card. We have Scorpio, Aries energy. Major life change, shift, unexpectedly. With the King of Wands, that's your energy unless you're dealing with another fire sign. Specifically, that's you guys. There's something that's shifting and changing in your personal energy in life. And it's something good. It's something to be celebrated. I almost wonder if at some point you're finally going to break free from the idea that you have to wait on something or somebody to come through. Okay. I heard life is what you make of it. One more, please. Okay. So your Eight of Swords is being clarified by the Eight of Swords. The Page of Pentacles and the Star card, Aquarius energy. It almost feels like you're definitely overthinking, overanalyzing in fear with any opportunity or taking some kind of action, even opportunities that come in for you. It's like you're not taking action. You're waiting on something. You're waiting on something that's not here and it's not going to come. It's not going to happen because you're waiting on it in the lacking energy. You're focused on it, if you will. But we have the Star card. It's almost like you're afraid to even go after your wish fulfillment or take the opportunity to even move in that direction. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Again, overthinking, overanalyzing, fear, doubt, stress, anxiety. We have the Death card, which is transmutation, Scorpio energy. It's transmutation for what? The Hierophant? Taurus energy, higher level of commitment. With the Magician, Gemini, Virgo. I feel like there's a shift and change taking place in your spirituality and in the way that you're creating and manifesting. But we have a Devil card. There's something that you're tied to, that you're needing to let go of. There's something very strong that is overpowering your ability to function, if you will. And it's honestly, I feel like it's something that you're waiting on. It could be different for everybody, but I feel like it's some kind of another person or a sign or a message. Like I said, it could be different for each person, but it's like you're focused your whole being around this, and it's toxic. There, I said it. What is the Two of Wands? Oop. I feel like things are just fleeting. So the Two of Wands is being clarified by the Five of Swords in the reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the Empress. Now we're talking. I feel like you need to really figure out your truth. Go within. Virgo, not Virgo. Well, yes, Virgo, the Hierophant energy. Not the Hierophant. The Hermit, excuse me. Go within. Figure out what it is that you truly desire. Not in another person. Just you. You, let's say you're the last person on this planet. What are you going to do? What do you want to do? There's no other people, so you can't even put out there, I'm waiting on whoever. What are you going to do with your time, your energy, and your effort? I mean, are you going to sit there and be all sad that you're the last person left, or are you actually going to enjoy your life? Anyways, I feel like you finally stopped arguing with yourself. You finally got out of your head space. With the Ace of Wands, you're finally moving forward with passion, drive, desire, forward momentum, creativity, magic. Aries, Leo, Sag on that. The Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. That is new beginnings, taking action. It's a time of fertility, turning your dreams into reality. Prosperity, abundance. What is the Three of Cups? What are we celebrating? So we have the Sun card, the happiest card in the deck. And I feel like what we're celebrating Yes, I feel like you're going to get the sun eventually. Leo energy, happiness, joy, success, abundance, and creativity. But I feel like the sun in this instance is talking about it's shining a light on the Ten of Pentacles, your stability, your security, possibly your finances, your working life, the Eight of Swords, what's kept you stuck, stagnant, and prevented you from following your dreams, your desires, your creative endeavors, and the Nine of Wands, chironic wounding. That's what's holding you back. And I feel like the sun is illuminating that. That's what you're celebrating, understanding and seeing it for what it is. With the Judgment card, Scorpio energy, that way you're able to surrender and let go of all of that and move in a new direction. Inevitably taking your strength and power back. What is that? Let's clarify that. Nice. 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 I knew this was going to be good eventually. You're going to take your power back, and then we have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. I feel like you're finally going to follow your intuition and your higher faculties. Ten of Wands, you're dropping the baggage. You're letting it go. All that wounding, all that crap that's kept you stuck and stagnant. With the Four of Swords, you're going to take rest, healing more seriously, meditate, and the end of that cycle. The end of that cycle. I feel as though this isn't pertaining to an actual courtship that you have. I feel as though you're meant to see the truth, speak the truth, and know the truth when it comes to relationships in your life. Because I feel like that's what's keeping you stuck and stagnant. You're waiting on a clarity or a message pertaining to what? Some kind of a situation that isn't going to come. And the reason it isn't going to come is because you're focused on it so much that you're lacking it. And it's gotten to the point where it's an obsession. It's something that you feel tethered to and tied to. And the more you look, the more it's not going to be there. Because again, law of attraction dictates that which you focus on, you perpetuate. When you're focused on where is it? Why haven't they come in yet? Is it this person? Is it this person? That's lack. That means I don't have it because I'm still looking for it. Either way, I feel as though you finally are releasing all of this at some point. Let's read your timing cards to see, fire signs, when that is. You have two, by the way. Number 38, by the end of the year. So not that far off. Number 29, 12 months from now. So for some of you, it's the end of the year. For some of you, it's 12 months from now. So a year to a year and a half, roughly. And that's not for your person to come in. That's for you to finally let go of that. To move through all of that. Maybe you're going to start that today. And that is some good stuff coming your way, I will say. Oh, you're so welcome, Chris. All right, you guys, I feel like that is the fastest I've ever done that. I don't know. It felt pretty quick. Anyways, that is what I have for you. I don't see any super chats. I appreciate you all. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already and you so desire to. And if you are looking for those mid-months to come out, each individual sign mid-months will be out tomorrow. So hit the notification bell if you haven't done that already. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here at this point and put all the timestamps in there so people aren't trying to figure out where the different elements are. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all on Friday.